What is up, Gemini? Welcome to your general timeless reading. My name's Jordyn. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. We're going to be doing a general reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. So take what resonates, leave the rest. And this is timeless. So whenever you see this is when it's most meant for you. Let's use Sun and Moon Tarot for you today. Also, I do have 22% off all my services on my website now through the 26th of March. So go ahead, check that out. And yeah, let's get into it, Gemini. I heard sudden acceptance. Gemini, I feel like you're wanting a shift. You're not quite ready to step in fully to the shift, but you're taking baby steps toward it. It's kind of like the foot's in the new life. You're wanting to move into that new life, but not quite fully there yet. Emperor in reverse, yep. King of Swords in reverse, and the Ten of Wands, yeah. Eight of Swords, Temperance in reverse. Okay. So here we are trying to shift into the divine masculine energy, trying to step into this very creative energy, because the Emperor is divine masculine. Divine masculine is Aries energy. It's the energy that we take action out of, right? It's Aries Taurus for me as a reader. We have the King of Swords in reverse, which is Aquarius, also Gemini for me as a reader, right? This is not knowing what direction you want to move in, not having that solid decision quite yet, right? Wanting to kind of get your ducks in a row. And with the Ten of Wands after it, it does signify that you are, well, not signify, but kind of tell me as a reader that you have not yet closed out an old cycle. So there's the foot in the old life, right? You haven't completed the 10 yet. So then we also have the Eight of Swords and Temperance in reverse. What's creating the imbalance, because temperance isn't just about balance, it's also about moderation and patience. It's the divine timing of things. It's also your angels, your ancestors, your guides, the need to balance the masculine and the feminine, right? That temperance, the balance of the dualities, the yin and yang, being receptive, the needing to know that it's time to rest right now, right? Time to rest and recoup, because we're in Aries season as of now, right? And so when we enter Aries season, we have all this passion, all this drive, all this fire. But sometimes when the fire burns too hot, we get a little burnt, okay? Don't burn yourself. Don't go until you are burnt. Sometimes you need to rest and recoup before the new beginning, so you have the energy to actually execute what it is you're trying to build. Okay, bottom of the deck is the Five of Wands with the fire at the bottom, the burning, right? The Five of Wands is change. It's also conflict. It's determination. You're very determined right now, but it's with the Page of Swords underneath it, you're not being honest with yourself that as much as you are determined, you're depleted, right? You need to just rest. Just calm down right now. Because when you take that pause, when you retreat and you're like, okay, you know what? It's not going to happen right in this moment, and that's okay. That's okay. Things are being shaken up because things need to be let go. Things need to be released. And we're going to see what's going to be released on the Ten of Wands. But by releasing things, you're making space for this new energy of yourself to come in, right? Because by embodying the Emperor energy, you're going to step into that divine masculine. I am a creator. I am the individual that is capable of calling in this new beginning. I can support myself and support all those I care for, and I'm a provider, right? Because masculine energy is energy we take action on. That's why I say creator. It's a creator in the material form, whereas feminine we create in the thought form, right? A manifestation of the mystic. Okay. No, I don't want you spellcasters. Some of you, this might have to do with your living situation. I heard Drury Inn, which is actually a name of a hotel in another area near me. Some of you, this might have to do with a living situation. Okay, let's look at the Emperor. Let's look at the Emperor. Eight of Swords in reverse, the Moon, and the Knight of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, with the King of Pentacles in reverse, some of you, this definitely has to do with your stability or your lack of feeling stable within self. And the Eight of Swords is like the seeking, wanting to seek the clarity within, like trying to figure out the situation, right? Because the Eight of Swords is the mind's prison, right? It's a self-imposed prison. It's overthinking, over analytical, and you're not seeing the truth, right? You're not seeing with clarity what direction you want to move in right now. As much as you want to have control of the situation and know which way to go, you just simply don't. And you might be acting really impulsively at this time, or scattering your energy in all these directions seeking this answer, but you don't have it. And you also don't feel like you have a lot of support around you. I promise you, if you just pause, you breathe, and accept that right now, this craziness that's going on around you is actually going to be leading you to a situation that's really going to benefit you. Things will start to move with ease. They will. Yeah, King of Swords in reverse with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This seeking knowledge is just very redundant. Things are not going to be able to move forward the more you insist on taking action, because you're counteracting the need for a feminine receptive energy with this masculine push, and it's distorted masculine energy. You're not allowing yourself to be present in your physical body to truly hear your own intuition and what it's telling you. Because when you pause, when you breathe, when you slow down, you're going to hear that voice in yourself that's saying, hey, actually, this is what I should do. Versus your fear, this lack mentality, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose this. Oh my gosh, I'm in this situation. Oh my gosh, my stress, my worries, my anxieties, my limiting beliefs are all telling me to do these impulsive things to try and find an answer, to try and find some sense of safety and security, right? But when you regulate your nervous system and you come back to self, you're going to find that, okay, right now in this moment, I am safe. I'm okay. I'm okay. Because you're watching this. You're okay right now. You have the time to watch this. You're okay. You take that time for yourself to think that, and you listen to your voice, and you breathe, you move your body, you exercise, you drink water, right? Regulate your nervous system. You're going to get clarity. Because right now you're working from the fear, the limiting beliefs, the voice in your head that's telling you that you need to do something right now. And you don't. Not right this second. You might have a time frame, yeah. But do it from a place of trusting in yourself that when the time is right, you're going to see very clearly what decision you need to make. Okay? Let's look at the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands in reverse and the Knight of Wands. This cycle's not going to close out until you stop acting impulsively. Knight of Wands, it's a non-committal energy. It's a scattered energy. It's someone who's like in and out all the time. And you're so close to ending it. But you're acting as a knight. You're acting as someone who's scattering their energy everywhere. They're a traveler. They're not committing to something because they don't know what to commit to, because they're constantly moving. They're not just still. Put the phone away. Stop hanging out with people or listening to everybody elsewhere. Just sit with yourself. Don't sit with your thoughts. Just breathe, like, and visualize everything leaving the freaking body. Just try it. It's a practice. It is a practice. It's not going to be easy the first few times, but it's going to be a practice. March is a really difficult month because we have all these planets hanging out in Pisces, and Pisces is rules Neptune, and Neptune is distortion and illusion. It's fantastical energy, and we have Jupiter next to it, and Jupiter expands that. Jupiter isn't just like happy and beneficial crap, it's expansion. So it can expand mold. It can expand delusion, distortion, things that aren't so happy. So when you're in the physical body, when you ground yourself out of that higher consciousness energy of Neptune, of Jupiter, of Uranus, right? Revolution, awakenings, you come back to reality, right? We're being challenged, especially after that full moon in Virgo we just had, to come back to the physical, the material, to see what's really in front of us, okay? Not to stay stuck in the head, okay? Let's look at the Eight of Swords. Yeah, Sun in reverse, Eight of Cups in reverse, the Ten of Cups in reverse, Justice, Death in reverse, and the Five of Cups in reverse. You're going to get through this. You're going to realize that by staying in your head, you're kind of perpetuating the state of depression and not facing it, right? Eight of Cups in reverse. You're going round and round in this cycle of just oppressing feelings, like keeping yourself stuck in a situation you don't want to be in. Because the Eight of Cups is like returning to the scene of the crime. It's kind of like another Seven of Swords to me, in a sense, when it's in reverse. And you have two eights. Eights are the builder number. You're not building in the most beneficial way for yourself right now. With the Ten of Cups and Justice, though, you are going to rewrite this contract and eventually move towards your happiness, because the eights always lead to tens. They always lead to tens. You are going to move towards your 10, but the 10 minus the 8 of Cups gives you a 2 of Cups. You're being challenged to balance your masculine and feminine energy, because the 2 of Cups is about a human's duality, or a spirit's dualities, right? Your masculine and feminine cup. The two sides of you, the yin and yang. It's not just about a soulmate. The 2 of Cups is also your duality, right? Your masculine and feminine. You're giving and receiving. Your push and your pull. You're pushing right now. You need to pull yourself back and be present. You need to receive, not go, go, go so much, okay? Because that's when you're going to go through the transformation, and that's when you're going to realize, wow, I can release all of these emotions that are no longer serving me. Because the 5 of Cups is the card of mourning. It's like, wow, I'm upset about these things that I really shouldn't be. Not saying that your emotions are not valid, right? That I really should not be this upset over. Instead, I should probably be holding space for myself, or giving myself compassion for what I'm going through, because I'm going through something that's giving me the opportunity to grow or shift my perspective. Okay? Changing the language of your mind has a much more powerful impact in your life than continuing in a form that might just continue down the sun in reverse kind of path, oppressing, right? Let's look at Temperance in reverse. Three of Pentacles and 2 of Swords. Okay. You have people who are really trying to help you and assist you in your life, and you might be closing your heart to this instead of having compassion for the two-way street of this, yourself and the other people, right? They might have this might have caused pain. This might have caused an imbalance in these relationships, but they are trying to benefit you. They are trying to help, right? The Chariot. It's going to help you move forward. It is going to help you move forward. It's kind of this energy of the need to come to terms with it, just to accept it as it is. And for some people are like, how can I accept that? That's the pain. That's the need for the shift in language. And that's a hard one. That's a hard lesson. It is. I don't know what to tell you with that one, because I know that one's going to trigger a lot of comments that are like, how can I accept them if they did da, 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 da. That's the challenge of the higher heart, right? It's the challenge to say, you know what? Hurt people. So which one of you are going to choose to see that you're both hurting and stop perpetuating the, I'm going to keep hurting you, we're just going to ping pong this crap back and forth until one of us just chooses to stop hurting the other, and just say that we're both hurting, and if we keep doing this, we're not going to get anywhere. Maybe we should just both take some space until I can heal my hurt and see that you're hurting too, and then eventually, once I've healed most of my hurt, I can put myself in your shoes and see that where have I hurt you, right? It's a tough lesson, because it takes humbling the ego and the pride. Yum. Fun one to swallow, huh? Yep. Been there. You'll be fine, though. You'll be fine. Let's look at the 5 of Wands. 7 of Pentacles in reverse and the World reverse. Yeah. You're going to see this as a loss, because you're going to have to walk away from it. You're going to have to walk away from it. That's why it's not, it's like you're trying to resolve it, because there's so much emotional investment in it. But really, whatever this 10 of Cups is, if it's a relationship, you're going to have to walk away from it. Because right now, you're just going to end up ping-ponging it. You keep going back to it. You keep going back to it, trying to fix it. How can I go back? And it's the Knight scattered energy. And some of you, it might have to do with home or family, but with this 10 of Cups here in Justice, it's eventually going to fix itself. It will, just not right now. And you just need to accept that. Because this transformation is happening for you as an individual. And when you allow it to happen for you as an individual, instead of focusing on the situation and the external of other people that you cannot control, you can only control yourself, that is when this will most likely start to move forward. But yeah, you're going through the lesson of understanding that hurt people. On a very deep level, you're going through that lesson. And that the ping pong has happened. And the ping pong can no longer continue. And you're shifting into a higher heart. Yep, you're going to have to walk away from this. And there it is, Page of Wands, bottom of the deck. It's helping you heal the wounded child within you. So if this is an issue with abandonment, most likely is. It's going to help you heal the wounded child and move into a much higher state of consciousness and intimacy in your relationships. So, Gemini, this is what I have for you. I hope you guys enjoy this reading. If you want a personal reading or a Reiki session, go ahead, book it down below. I love you. I wish you the best. Again, I have 22% off all my services right now on my website through the 26th of March. And like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Check out Patreon, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.